There you are. Place your feet hip distance apart. Turn your big toes kind of slightly in because it helps you to contract a little bit more your thigh muscles. So your big toes are kind of turned in. It feels like you turn them in, but they're like nice and pointing straight forward. Lift your shoulders up towards the ears and then slowly roll your shoulders down. So start moving your shoulders up towards the ears and then slowly pull them down. When you pull your shoulders up towards your ears, make sure that you bring them together on your back. So it's up and back. One more. Lift your shoulders up towards the ears and then pull them back and down. And then we do it in the opposite direction. So move your shoulders up and forwards. So lift your shoulders up and forward. Two more. Forwards, and the final one, forwards. Then move your shoulders one more time backwards, keep them low, and then try to bring on the inhale your arms sideways and up, and exhale, slowly lower your arms down. Inhale, lift your arms sideways up, and try to contract your belly muscles a little bit more when you exhale, pull your navel in towards the spine, and inhale, lift. Exhale, lower your arms slowly. You can inhale through your nose, that's better for the breath. And exhale, it's always possible to use your mouth to exhale. Inhale one more time, well, more times of course, but now interlace the fingers above the head and turn the palms up. Push your hips forwards, contract your butt muscles, and then lift your sternum higher so the chest goes up towards the ceiling. You can keep your arms in front of you if you want to. If you can keep your arms above your face, it's even better. So push your hips forward. It is a kind of back bend, and you stretch and you stretch. You lengthen yourself as much as you can. So keep your feet steady on the ground. Push your feet even firmer into the floor so you can contract your muscles of your legs a little bit more. And then exhale, slowly release the arms sideways, down. Hands up again. Hands flat together, lower them in front of the chest, not against your chest, but just in front. And now try to push your hands together firmly. Now bend your knees. By bending your knees, you can keep your legs as still as possible. And then slowly turn to the right. You can turn to your right, I'm turning to my right. Inhale back to center. And exhale, slowly turn to the left. Inhale, back to center. And then again, try only to turn with the upper body. So the chest is moving, your hips are still, and you push your knees forward. Inhale, back to center. And exhale to the opposite direction. And inhale, back to center. Now lift your arms sideways up. Now stretch your left arm as much as you can and push your right arm in front of the belly towards the left. Now reach and lift and lean over to the right, but not too much. You want to engage everything on the left side, so you want to lengthen the left side, you want to push your left foot more into the floor. You can look to the left, it helps you to keep your arm a little bit more backish, and then you change. So now reach up, try to lengthen yourself, push your left hand in front of the belly, and reach with your right arm up and over. Your thumb, your right thumb, is pointing to the wall behind you. Keep the weight on the right foot so you have more ability to stretch everything on the right side. And then again, change. Lift your left arm, lengthen it like you want to touch the ceiling, and then push your right arm in front of your belly towards the left. So it's like really push, 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 push. And then inhale, lift again, up. And stretch the right side and push your left arm in front of the belly to the right. Now inhale, come back up. And then exhale, open your arms, shoulder height. So you're standing here and you're trying to push your hands away. So the palms of your hands are pushing towards the walls beside you or to the person beside you. And then turn your fingers forward and turn your fingers backwards. So the entire arm is turning in your shoulder. And it's nice because then you can walk up straight with straight back. And then you have more strength around your upper body. 2 more, forwards with the thumbs, go forwards and down, and then backwards, and the final one, keep your thumbs pointing down. So you can look to your left hand, and you see that your left thumb is pointing down, and then you look to the right hand, and you see that your right thumb is also pointing down, and then you look forward again, and then you're going to lift your arms up and down, slowly, up and down. You don't want to overstretch your elbows, so you can micro bend your elbows if you're hyper flexible. Yes, that's it. Push your arms up, 2 more up and down, up and down. And this is the final one. Stay up, stay up, stay up, stay breathing. Now push your hips kind of forward, lean back into your shoulders, move your hips a little bit forward, feel the contraction of your abs, and then release the arms. And then might have a tinkling sensation in your fingers. It occurs. Arms go up, sideways. Now exhale behind your back. You won't be able to see it now because your hands are behind your back. You interlace the fingers and then squeeze your palms together. Now bend your elbows and place your knuckles on your sacrum, just above where your buttocks starts. And then you start pushing your hips forward and you lean a little bit more back. So push your hips forward. Don't bend your knees because then you're going to collapse in your back. And you want to lift from your back. You want to lengthen your spine. You want to lengthen your chest up. Can you see your ceiling? Need to be painted. Take a deeper inhale. Now exhale, release. Interlace the fingers in front of you. Stretch your arms. Turn the palms forward. So open the palms and look at your knees. Your knees are in the same distance as your feet. So make sure that you have that. Then try to push your hips back, 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 back. And while you do it, you pull your navel in. So you're rounding the spine instead of arching your spine. So round your spine, drop your head, look at your belly, and try to pull your belly more and more towards the back. So push, push, push. Feel how far you can push your arms forward. Don't lower your arms. Keep your arms beside your ears. You can drop your ears, but you cannot drop your arms. Take a good exhale and then inhale, lift yourself up again, stand on both feet, and then we're going to do the side stretch. So both feet are strong on the floor and do the side stretch. Yes. Now lift the left side of your rib cage or the right side. If you mirror me, then you're pushing your right side up towards the ceiling. Inhale up. And lean to the opposite direction. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And you feel already a little bit more heat going on. And this is because of the fact that you're stretching. So you're making more space for the energy to run to. That's why most of the animals, after a good sleep, they stretch their entire body. We should do it too. Inhale, lift, and stretch. Open the side of your rib cage. Exhale. And inhale up again, and the final one. Look over to your side where you're lifting your chest up. And then inhale back to center, and exhale, release your arms. Hands on your hips, try to draw some circles. So circulation with your hips, and this is nice for your lower back. If you have lower back issues, maintain the power from your belly. It's like a jeans with a zipper. You know, you zip your jeans and it's a little bit too tight, and then try to pull your navel in so you can zip your jeans. Turn the circles the opposite direction if you haven't already. And then separate your feet, nice and wide. So if you're standing next to each other, make sure that you have enough space. One goes a little bit forward, one goes a little bit more back. Yes, you've managed. And then your hands on your hips. Your toes are pointing kind of out. So not straight forward, little bit out, not too far, so don't exaggerate. Bend your knees, make sure that you have your knees not above the ankles, not too narrow, so make it a nice wide stand. Imagine that you have one extra leg and you can place it in between your feet. Then place your hands on your hips, push your hips back, lean forward, pull your navel in and go down a little deeper. Now push yourself up, but not all the way. Keep your knees a little bit bent and then go down again. So it's up and down. And when you go up, it's better to exhale because then you add a little bit more power in it. So exhale when you go down, inhale when you go down. Inhale when you go down, exhale when you go up. Yes, sometimes the breathing is confusing, but as long as you're breathing, you're still fine. Down and exhale, up. In and out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay down. Short movement. So just a little up and down, up and down, up and down. And try to activate your thighs. Really push your hips back. Pull your navel in. Lengthen your spine. Lengthen your waist. So you're lengthening your upper body and you're making your legs stronger. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. We go down in steps of 2. So it's down, down, up, up. Lower, lower, up, up. How low can you go? So deep, deeper, up and up. Low, low, up and up. 2 more. Up. Up, and the final one, stay down. Now lengthen your chest. Place your hands on your thighs, on the inside, because if you place your hands here, up on top of your legs, your hands won't help you so good. So place your hands a little bit more in the front, so on the inside of your knees. Then stretch your spine even more by pushing your hands really firmly against your thighs. Now turn your right shoulder down and turn your left shoulder up. Push your head forward, push your tailbone back. So your sit bones are pointing to the wall behind you and you're looking up. Inhale back to center and exhale, turn the opposite direction. So now the left shoulder goes down and the right shoulder goes up. Don't drop your head, try to lengthen the neck as well because it makes part of your spine. In, back to center, and again. Turn. These postures, I think they are the best. The best for your spine, the best to start the day, the best after a long day of sitting, traveling. Well, we won't be able to travel yet. And inhale back to center and exhale. But when you go and travel, maybe you're going to travel really far and then this is after traveling, so nice to do. And then inhale back to center. Now move your shoulders back towards the ears. Turn your toes kind of inwards. So lift your toes, turn them kind of in, hands on your shoulder, on your hips. Bring your shoulders back. Now roll your shoulders forward, drop the arms and roll down. Try to roll down as easy as peasy as possible and bend your knees. So don't worry if you're not so flexible because when you bend your knees, your thighs get stronger, your hamstrings will get longer. So the back of your legs eventually get more flexibility. And then swing yourself from side to side. You can look at your feet, but you can also look up towards the ceiling. And the benefit of looking down, up towards the ceiling, is that you're lengthening your neck as well. So swing from side to side. And then you turn to your top of the mat. So whatever top of the mat you use, turn to your top of the mat and place your feet hip distance apart. Bend your knees and try to place your hands on the floor. If you have not the ability to reach to the floor here yet, then grab something where you can place your hands on. Drop the head, shake your head, no, and yes. And then we're going to lift alternated legs and you try to tap with the heel your butt. So it goes up and down, up and down. Keep breathing. Especially your exhale is important because otherwise you might get dizzy. Up and down. 2 more. And 1 more. And then you place your feet on the floor and then you walk your feet slowly backwards and you softly land on your knees. If you want any padding on your knees, grab something, a blanket, which you can place underneath your knees if your knees are in a pain. Don't look for the pains. Round your spine, do it on an exhale this time. And inhale, arch your spine and lift your crown and your tailbone. Exhale, round your spine, get stretched. Inhale for cow pose. Now stay with a rounded spine, so make yourself as round as possible. And you do it because also your hips are helping. Push your hips forward, push your head towards the hips. And now swing your hips from side to side. You might feel already some stretch on the side of your legs or your thighs, but also you will feel a little bit more stretching in your obliques. Then you move your hips to the left over the heels to the right, and then you come forward. Try to draw a circle, imaginary circle, on the floor with your belly button, your navel. One more circle. And then you stand here with your hands underneath your shoulders. Hands shoulder width apart. Try to use your fingers as well, otherwise it might be painful for your wrist. And try to remind yourself on unlocking your elbows. And try to point the pointy part of the elbow backwards. Now stretch your left leg, sliding away. Push your left foot down on the floor. Slide your right leg, arm forward. So the opposite arm goes forward. Turn your thumb already up. And now lift your leg. And then slowly lift your arm. Try to find your balance here in a neutral spine. So don't arch your spine too much. Don't round your spine too much. Reach forward. Keep your gaze at your left hand. Try to bring your nose in line with your left index finger, but not above the index finger, but more like if you have a line towards the right from the left index finger, your nose is above that line. Now bring your knee and elbow closer to each other underneath your belly. So you're going to round your spine and inhale, lengthen yourself again. So exhale, squeeze everything out so you can bring your knee closer and closer to your face and inhale, lengthen. Two more. Exhale. Inhale. And this is the final one. Exhale. Now try to grab the knee or your shin and then pull your forehead towards the knee. Really nice and small. Exhale. Pretty good. Try to lengthen your exhale. And then inhale, make yourself long and tall again. Really reaching, reaching, reaching. Now the arm goes sideways. So move your arm to the right. Move your arm to the right. Two more. To the right and back. And one more to the right. Keep your arm to the right. Move your leg to the left. Be careful for your neighbor. Move your left leg to the left. Try to keep it nice and high. Two more. And the final one. And then you bring your hand and your knee back to the floor. Now walk your knees to the edges of the mat. So separate your knees. Bring your big toes together. And very, very slowly, gently, you're going to lower your hips as far as they go without hurting your knees. So maybe you stay up here, which is fine. Maybe you can lower your hips all the way down to your feet. Now stretch your arms forward and try to lower forehead to the floor. Nose in line with your big toes. Exhale. Slowly inhale. And slow exhale. Now try to deepen your breath a little bit more. So take a good, slow, deep inhale. Now hold your inhalation. And then exhale. Slowly. One more time. So take a good deep inhale. Hold your breath. And exhale. Beautiful. Now pull your hands towards your knees. Bring your chin towards your chest. And then you roll up vertebra by vertebra. Bring your knees together. Move your knees to the left or to the right. And then bring your feet forward. Now it's time to grab the ball or a pillow or a pad maybe. Then you grab your knees with your hands, and with the pad is a joke, so don't be fooled by my jokes. Squeeze the ball in between your knees. Your knees are hip distance apart, your feet are hip distance apart, your toes are not pointing out, they are pointing forward. And you grab your knees and you're going to pull with your arms on your knees, and you want to push your back back. So push your back back, pull your belly in and down towards the floor, and then pull your arms with your arms on your legs and then lift your rib cage. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, come up on the sit bones, and then exhale, round your spine, lean back, hold your legs with your hands, and try to stretch your arms and pull your belly in and down. And then exhale, and inhale, come up again. Now lift yourself up, and exhale, back again. Now stretch one of your arms sideways, And bring it back. Stretch the opposite arm sideways. And back. One more time. Open your chest, turn, and bring it back. Open your arm sideways, and bring it back. Now roll up towards the sit bones again, and reach your arms forward. Now try to bring your arms a little bit lower so you can almost guess where your arms, you can see where your arms are. And then you bring your wrists next to your knees. So without holding the knees, you go back a little bit, and then you come up. And then your elbows are next to your knees. And then bring your wrists next to your knees. And then your elbows. 2 more. Back. Exhale up. Inhale back. And up. Now lift your arms as high as possible. But don't collapse in your back. So try to maintain a long back. Your arms can be here. Your arms can be here. They can be everywhere, but they need to be up. So lift yourself up. It's like you want to be pulled up, picked up by the floor. Take a deeper inhale. And now exhale, bring your arms forwards and open one arm sideways. You're still sitting on your sit bones and try to open your arm. With the right arm, you're reaching forward. With the left arm, you're reaching back. Maybe you're using the opposite arm. Then you do the same thing. Make your arms longer and longer. And then inhale back to center. Lower your shoulders. Try to sit on your sit bones. Lift your sternum a little bit higher. Squeeze the ball, squeeze the pillow, and open your arms in the opposite direction. Stretching your arms, sitting on your sit bones. Your legs might be trembling now because you're squeezing still in the ball or in the pillow. And then the arm comes back again as well. Now roll down all the way to your spine and pull your legs towards your chest. You can hold the ball, the pillow, and you make some circles. Circle your back. Try to roll on your back. Move the weight from left to right, front and lower, up and down. And then circle in the opposite direction. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, keep your knees to your chest. Keep your lower back on the floor, so don't bring your knees too high that you're going to lift your sacrum. Keep your sacrum on the floor and then lift your head. Lift your head, interlace the fingers behind your neck, and then slide your hands along the neck towards there where your neck and your head meet. Your elbows are not narrow, your elbows are not wide, but your elbows are somewhere in between. So from your eyes, you can see your elbows. And then you're going to turn your upper body towards the ball or the pillow, and you turn on an exhale. So you go up, exhale, and you push your lower back into the mat. Try not to use or move your legs. Keep your legs as where they are. Hold your legs up. Squeeze the ball, squeeze the pillow, and turn your upper body for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then lower your head down. Remove the ball. Place one foot at a time on the floor and try to maintain a flat back. So don't arch your spine, no, tilt your hips and make sure that you have a flat back. So you will feel also a little bit more activity going on in your feet. Toes, big toes, you won't be able to see them, but turn them in. It helps you to keep your inner thighs working, it helps you to keep your pelvic floor working. If you have the ball nearby or the bigger pillow, you can use it underneath your hips later on. So first of all, start with the arms beside your body. Move your hands towards your feet. Move your shoulders away from the ears. And then try to squeeze your buttocks together as you are holding a winning lottery ticket. And you won't want to lose it. So contract your butt muscles. Then pick up your hips off the floor. And then slowly, each vertebra comes off the floor. So you lift your back off the floor, but not your head and not your shoulders. You keep your shoulders on the floor. Don't pull your shoulders up, move your shoulders away from your ears and keep your arms beside you. Now stand on your toes and vertebra by vertebra, you reverse the exercise. So you're going to roll it down. Slowly. It's like lengthening your spine, still squeezing the lottery ticket. And then when you have your hips on the floor, you can release. Again, squeeze your lottery ticket, squeeze your buttocks together, lift your hips off the floor, and now the back comes off the floor as well. Up, 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 up. If you feel injury in your knee or pinching in your knee, then you can step your feet a little bit further apart, more forwards. Keep pointing forwards with your knees and your toes. And then stand on your toes, and again, roll down very, very slowly so you can articulate the movement that you make. Slowly, roll it back down. Feet hip distance apart. And one more time, roll up, squeeze your buttocks together. It's like holding an imaginary ball in between your knees, and you don't want to lose it. So keep squeezing your inner thighs together, but there is still space in between your knees. Now lift your arms and lower your shoulders. Like imagine that you could push pins into the floor with your shoulder blades. Don't push with your head. So gently start rolling your head from side to side. You are here in shoulder bridge. In shoulder bridge pose, you have your heels on the floor, you're pushing firmly down, you have your toes on the floor, especially the center of the big toe. Can you feel it? And then you roll your head back to center. Now move your arms backwards and slowly forwards. And if you lift your arms, can you lift your hips slightly higher? And keep your hips high and then move your arms exhaling forwards. 2 more. Inhale it. Go as far as you can reach. Exhale, bring your arms forward. And this is the final one. Now one more time. Inhale, lift your arms all the way over. And exhale. Now you can grab the ball or a light pillow, because we give the ball a little squeeze with the hands. And then you're going to bring one knee at a time towards the ball or whatever you're holding. You can also do it without anything in your hands. And then you just tap your hand on the knee. So, but it's nice to push against something. So you can also push against your hand if you want to. Try to keep your hips as stable as possible. So imagine that you have a vase or something on your hips and it's not supposed to fall. So push your foot down and then you lift your alternated leg. Up and down. Up and down. 3 more. 2 more. And this is the final one. Lift and down and lift and down. Now stand on your toes. Now it's time to grab the big pillow or the ball, and then you place the ball underneath your sacrum. You need to know where your sacrum is, and it's just on the bottom of your back and it's just above your buttocks. Now place your feet again firmly on the floor. And the benefit of doing these exercises with the ball is that you have a harder time to stabilize yourself. But if you're using a pillow, then you're probably nice and comfortable here, which is also good. Arms beside you. Open the palms of your hands so you won't be using too much power from the arms. Start lifting just for the feeling, 1 foot at a time off the floor. Up and down. Up and down. We do them more, then we do some more, and 2 more. 2 with this leg, and 2 with the other leg. And this is the final, and this is also the final. Keep your leg up, and then bring your opposite leg also together. So bring your legs up, feet are off the floor. Now circle with your ankles. Feel that your hips also want to move. Try to push your ball flat on the floor. Push your pillow down into the mat. Circulation, the opposite direction, and then flex your feet. It means that you have to pull your toes towards your knees and then stretch your legs up and bend your legs. Up and down. Up and down. Inhaling, exhaling. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Keep your legs up. You can stretch your legs to do so. Flex and point your feet again. Flex and point and flex. 3, 2, 1. Now keep your legs up, flex your feet, open your legs as far as they can go, and point, close your legs, exhaling. Inhale, open, try to keep your legs above the hips, and exhale, close. Remove your shoulders away from the ears, keep your head gently on the floor, so don't push with your head, try to push with your hips. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, push. 2 more. Open the legs sideways. And push them back up. And this is the final one. Keep your legs floating in the air. So push your heels away. Try to turn your toes down towards the floor now. So you turn, you rotate your legs inside your hip sockets. Hold, breathe. Try to squeeze the thigh muscles around the bones. Sometimes your legs start scrambling, which is also a good sign that you've been working out. And then take another deeper inhale. While exhaling, pushing your legs point up. Point your feet, unless you have cramping sensations going on, then don't point your feet too much. We're going to cycle the legs. So cycle the legs. Feel how you can cycle and try to keep your hips as still as possible. Try to push whatever you're laying on deeper into the mat. So you push with your hips. If you feel safe enough, try to lift your arms up. Keep your shoulders down, don't push with your head, relax your jaws. And how is your breathing doing? Exhale through your mouth. It will help you to bring your awareness a little bit more to the breath because it's audible. And then reverse the cycling. Reverse the cycling is a little bit harder because we're not used to cycle back. At least we not here in the Netherlands. We cycle forwards for 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, now bend your knees again. If you have your arms on the floor, lift your arms and then lift your head. Look at your knees. Squeeze your knees and feet together. Wrap your arms around your legs and then give your legs a big hug. So yes, hug yourself. And then slowly, while looking at your knees, you're going to lower your shoulders, your neck and your head, but you're trying to keep your gaze at your knees. Maybe you feel you have a triple under chin, which is good. Then you can see your knees good. You're lengthening the back of your neck. You're lengthening your entire spine. Between each vertebra, there is a little bit more space now. And this is very good for your central nervous system. Also, it gives your bowel, your intestines a nice massage. Take another deeper inhale. And slowly move your arms towards the floor. Try to open the palms of your hands and then move your knees a little bit more above the hips. And then we're going to lower one leg at a time to the floor and tap the floor. Or if you feel your arch in your spine, you cannot contract your belly muscles anymore, then don't lower your leg too far. So you lower your leg, but not too far. Because you want to lay still with your belly, keeping this nice and flat engaged. And then you can lower one foot to the floor. Let's lower the right foot. Lower the right foot. Bring your left knee closer to your chest. Push your right foot firmly into the floor. Interlace the fingers on top of your knee or in the increase of your knee, whatever is nicer for your knee to do. And then pull your elbows towards your rib cage. Closer and closer towards your waistline. And look at your left knee. Bring your left foot above the left buttocks. Keep your left knee nice in line. And if you want to play a little bit with it, then try to bring your left knee a little bit more to the center of your body. Push your right knee a little closer to the left. And now you can feel a nice contraction going on in your left side of your belly. Take another deeper inhale. And exhale, release. Place the foot back on the floor and do the same thing with the right leg. So you pull your right leg towards your chest. Make sure that your left foot is not able to slide away, so push your foot firmly down. Bring your knee closer, interlace the fingers on top of your shin or in the increase of your knee. What is better for your knee to do, you feel it. And then you pull the leg closer. While you're exhaling, you have more space to pull the leg closer. You might feel a nice stretch here in your quadriceps. Sometimes anger comes up if you stretch it too much. So if you feel it's pretty tight here, don't get angry. Keep smiling. Fool yourself. Yes. And if you smile, it's easier to breathe. So take another deep inhale with a smile on your lips. And when you exhale, pull the leg a little closer to the center line of your body. And then slowly also place your right foot back on the floor. Now stand on your toes as close to your buttocks as possible, and then you can lift your hips higher and higher. If you have your hips off the thing you're laying on, then move it away. Squeeze your knees together, still standing on your toes, and now try to imagine that you have buttons on your lower back here, and you want to bring them, each button down to the floor separately. So really slowly lower your back to the floor, squeeze your knees together, and then eventually you have your hips on the floor. Now pull your legs towards your chest, hold the inside of your knees, keep your head on the floor. I know it's very tempting to lift your head off the floor, so do so, and then place your head back on the floor and don't lift your head up for a while. Now pull your legs closer to your chest and push them away. Pull and push. Pull and push. Pull and push. But keep your head on the floor. Just try to lift your hips off the floor. A little bit massage for your lower back. 3 more. 2 more. And the final one is nice because now you can lift your head and then you roll up or you roll sideways if you want to. Now, come back on your hands and your knees. I'm going to show you the opposite side. So we have been here and we're going to end the class in the same way we started with the leg. So start rounding your spine. Inhale, lift the crown of the head and the sacrum, arch your back. Exhale, pull your belly in and round your spine, cat stretch. Make sure you have your knees hip distance apart, hide your lower legs behind your thighs, and one more time. And then you bring your back in a round position. Shake your head, look at your belly button, try to move your hips slowly from side to side, pushing your knees into the floor. And you can use some padding underneath your knees if you feel the bony part of your knees too much. And then move your hips to the right, over your heels to the left, and push yourself forward. So try to imagine that you're drawing a circle with your belly on the floor and you make it as big as possible. One more circle, and then you end with your hands underneath your shoulders. Now slide your right leg out, make it nice and long. Keep your foot on the floor so you won't sink into your hips. Keep yourself nice and parallel with the floor. Move your chest away from the floor. Keep a micro bend in your right elbow, and then slide your left hand forward, turning your thumb up, and then lift your arm and leg. Try to reach as far as possible. With the hand forward, with the leg backwards. Hold your pose. Don't sink into the posture. Pull your ribs in, pull your belly in. Keep a micro bend in your right elbow. Stretch your right leg. And then pull your knee and arm together. So pull and push it away. Now exhale, pull. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, pull. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, pull. Inhale, stretch. Final. Here it comes. Now pull your leg closer and closer. Grab your shin or grab your knee and pull your knee towards your forehead. Can you tap your forehead with the knee? So really bring it closer and closer. Sometimes cramping sensation can occur in the belly. So feel how you're doing. Can you balance here by pushing the hand and the knee which are on the floor? Steadier, deeper into the mouth. Exhale, inhale, lengthen again. Keep your leg up. Try to lengthen and reach and push your back up. Now open your left arm sideways. So move to the left, but keep your head still. Don't drop your head. Keep your face parallel with the floor. Open the arm sideways and forwards. Open the arm sideways. One more time. Keep your arm sideways. Thumb is pointing up. And now move your leg sideways. So move your leg sideways. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. And this is the final one. Go, 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 go. Keep it high. Bring it back. Bring your hands on the floor. Bring your knee on the floor. And walk your knees to the edges. Then slowly lower your hips. Open the palms of your hands and lower your chest forwards. And try to stay in between your thighs. So don't bring your knees together. separate your knees, and then relax your elbows, relax your arms, relax your hands, place your forehead on the floor, nose is in line with your belly, in line with your belly button, in line with your toes, knees are wide, and you try to relax yourself a little bit more. So again, bring the awareness to your breath. You have more space for your belly now. It can expand when you inhale, and you can feel that you can pull your belly in and up when you exhale. Feel the expansion in your chest as well, and feel how you can exhale slowly. Now take your deepest breath ever. Hold your breath. Maybe inhale a little bit more, and exhale slowly. Use your mouth to exhale. Inhale through your nose again, deepest breath. Hold your breath. And exhale slowly. Now the final one, make it the best. So deepen your breath, relax your shoulders. Hold your breath. Inhale a little bit more. And slow exhale. Pull your hands towards your knees. Bring your chin towards your chest. And slowly, vertebra by vertebra, you will move your shoulders away from the ears and move your shoulders down. Now sit on your sit bones. You're still there. Good to see you. And then swing your hips from side to side. Swing your hips from side to side. Feel your sit bones. You probably have two, if you're still a human being. And then slowly stop in center. Arms, they go sideways and up. And arms, they go sideways and down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. You can bend your elbows. You can soften the movement. Inhale, lift the arms sideways. And exhale, slowly lower them down. Bring your arms up and keep them up. Try to sit straight. So lift your sternum, lift your chest. It's like a victory here. It's like, yeah, I accomplished the exercise on the Sunday morning. So good to see you here. Take another deeper inhale. Now lift your chin slightly up. It's like you're sitting in a ray of light, accepting this light, accepting yourself, accepting your breath. Take another deeper inhale. And then slowly bring the hands together. See where your hands touch. Push your hands together and now lower the hands in front of the heart. Elbows, they go out, so don't drop your elbows. Push your elbows out. Lower your shoulders on your back. And then turn to your left. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn to your right. And inhale back to center. Once more. Take another good deep inhale. And exhale, turn slowly, 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 without moving your sit bones. You might find yourself less further twisting, because when you do it standing, it's easier to cheat. Here you have no cheating. Back to center, sorry, inhale, and exhale, turn once more to the right, your right. And then inhale back to center. Arms, they go sideways and up. Place your left hand beside you on the floor. Lift the right arm higher and higher. Now, don't overstretch your elbow. Keep a micro bend in the elbow. Turn your thumb backwards, pinkies pointing forwards. Now slide your left arm, over and stretch your right arm higher. Now look to the right and try to push your arm kind of backwards. It helps to open the chest a little bit more. Feel how you can push your left hand into the floor to keep your right buttocks on the floor. Keep it on the floor. Slow, deep inhale, you come up. Exhale, you lower your hand down. Keep your right hand on the floor. Lift your left arm up. Stretch your left arm higher and higher. Turn your thumb back. Lift it, stretch it. Keep your left buttocks on the floor. And move your right arm slowly away. And then lift and look up. Can you see your hand? And then push your arm kind of backwards, look to the left, lift the left side of the rib cage, lengthen yourself, exhale, inhale up, and exhale, lower your hands slowly down again. Move your shoulders away from the ears, and now make it yourself nice and comfortable, and start in the laying position. We do another twist while we lay, and then you can choose for yourself if you want to stay in this laying on the floor. It's nice to feel the imprint of your body. Again, grab your knees, feet hip distance apart, pull yourself, pull on your knees, lower your back, lift your toes, push your heels into the floor. Now lift first one heel, then the opposite heel, and then slowly roll to your back. And then lower your head. Now place your right foot on the floor, place your left leg over the right leg. So the left leg is on top. You squeeze your inner thighs. So to really squeeze your inner thighs, open your arms sideways, turning your palms up. Move your buttocks a little closer to your foot, and then turn your hips to the left. Move your hips to the left. So you pick your hips up, and then you move them to the left. Look to the left side, look to your left arm, and then turn your knees, drop your knees to the right. You can bring your knees a little bit higher, closer to your chest. You can place your right hand on top of the left hand, and here close your eyes. And then bring your awareness towards the breath. Then take a deep, slow inhale. Hold your inhalation, and imagine that when you're exhaling, you're melting with your back more towards the floor. So exhale slowly. Deepen your breath when you inhale. And melt while you're exhaling. Final inhale through the nose. Complete your inhale, hold your inhale, and slowly exhale. Squeeze your legs together and push your legs, exhaling up, back up. Then separate your legs, move your hips back to the center, lengthen both of your legs. We do the opposite leg also, but first feel the difference between the left side and the right side. Roll your head from side to side. You might feel also here a difference in the neck. You've created more space on the left side, so that is the reason why your head is probably rolling to the left a little bit with more ease. And we're going to do the same thing, but of course on the other side. Place your feet again close to your buttocks. Place your right leg now on top of the left leg. Move your hips a little closer to your left foot. Open your arms sideways, look to the right. Move your hips to the left, so pick your hips up and move them to the right. To the right. Look to the right, move your hips to the right. And then slowly drop your knees to the left. So your knees are falling to the left side. You can bring your knees a little bit higher, then you might feel a little bit more stretch in your back. And now close your eyes again and focus on your breathing. Try to inhale really slowly through your nose. Feel the expansion of your chest and sigh it out. So through the mouth, exhaling. Inhale through your nose. Hold your breath and melt towards the floor with your back. And this is the final one. Take another deeper inhale. Hold your inhalation and try to exhale slowly so you can melt a little deeper into the posture. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Exhaling, pushing your legs together up again. Then separate your feet, move your hips back to center, roll your head back to center. Slide your legs nice and long. Separate your feet like almost hip distance apart. Try to turn your pinky toes towards the floor. Open your palms of the hands. You can bring your arms a little closer to your upper body, but you can also move your arms a little bit more away from the body. And for your neck, also nice to do, is bring your hands towards your neck, and then move your hands towards your head, and lift your head, look at your belly, and then rub your neck. So it's like you stretch your neck a little bit more, you lift your neck, and then slowly lower down your neck, placing your head softly on the floor, Again, open your arms, move your hands towards your feet, open the palms of your hands, and stay here. Just a minute or two, or maybe even longer. And feel the back of your body. How is it doing? How are your calf muscles doing? How are your knees doing? Your thighs? Can you relax all these muscles in your legs? Can you relax your buttocks? The muscles around the hips, so you can feel the rhythm of your breath moving your lower belly. Feel how your belly expands when you're inhaling and slowly sinks when you're exhaling. Feel the rhythm of your breath also in your chest. Shoulders are away from the ears. And you try to relax your shoulders on the floor. Imagine that they could melt a little bit deeper into the mat. Let go of the tension that you can hold around your shoulders so much. It gives more space for your chest, and if you give more space for your chest, then your heart has a good time pumping the energy around. It's easier for the heart. And also you have more space for your lungs, so you can deepen your breath more. You have more energy for your entire body. Your arms are relaxed, your hands are relaxed. Bring your awareness up towards your neck. And feel the curve of your spine, the imprint that it makes on the floor. Feel where your head is touching the floor and try to relax all these muscles in your face. Soft skin. Eyebrows are melting towards the ears. There's space between your eyebrows. And with a big smile on your lips, you take a deep inhale and exhale loudly through your mouth. Now bring your hands together, interlace the fingers, take a deep breath and lengthen yourself as much as you can. And while you exhale, you bring your arms back up and you roll to your side. And when you're on your side, use your hands, because with the use of your hands, you don't have to injure your back. So push your hands into the floor and then push yourself up. And then you're ready for the day.